Welcome to Business Book Daily. Today I'm breaking down the 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing by Ries and Jack Trout, a classic book about how brands earn a clear position in the customer's mind. I'll cover the big idea, the practical business lesson, and 3 sharp insights you can use right away. Let's get into it. But first, a word from our sponsor. Want to sell more without adding fixed payroll? A lot of smart operators hire commission-only reps, experienced sellers who get paid only when they produce results. If that sounds like a smarter way to scale, post your opportunity at commissiononly.com. Thousands of motivated reps are actively looking for performance-based roles right now. Commissiononly.com. Today's book is The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing by Ries and Jack Trout. Ries and Trout were marketing strategists known for developing the idea of positioning and explaining how brands compete for space in the customer's mind. The book's central argument is that marketing success depends less on proving that your product is objectively better and more on creating a clear position customers can quickly understand and remember. That idea matters because customers don't study every product in detail before making a choice. They use categories, simple ideas, past experiences, and the position each brand already holds in their mind. A company may believe it has the best product in the market, but that claim means little when customers already connect a competitor with the category. This is why adding more features doesn't always strengthen a brand. Serving more audiences doesn't always create more growth. Making more claims doesn't always make the message more persuasive. In many cases, those choices make the brand harder to understand. Strong marketing usually begins with focus, on market, on position, one idea the company can support consistently. The book presents 22 laws covering categories, perception, focus, competition, brand extensions, and long-term strategy. Some of its examples are dated, but several principles remain useful because they address a problem every business still faces. Customers have limited attention. They can't remember everything about every company. They simplify. They place businesses into categories. They connect each brand with a small number of ideas. The company that understands this can make itself easier to choose. One of the book's most important principles is that it's often better to create a category than fight for an existing one. Being first in the customer's mind can be more powerful than entering an established category and claiming to be better than the leader. That doesn't always mean inventing an entirely new industry. Business can create a narrower category based on customer type, location, service model, use case, price point, or level of expertise. Suppose a market already has a powerful general provider. A smaller company may struggle to replace it. That same company might become the leading specialist for healthcare firms, local manufacturers, independent retailers, or another defined group. The goal is to stop asking how to beat every competitor at the same game. Instead, ask whether you can define a useful game where your company has a realistic chance to lead. Next major principle is that marketing is a battle of perceptions. Customers act on what they believe. It doesn't mean product quality is unimportant. Weak product will eventually create complaints, cancellations, and lost trust. But quality alone doesn't guarantee that customers will recognize the difference. Marketing must connect the product's strength to an idea people can understand. Company may offer the most technically advanced option in the market, but if customers don't understand why that matters, the advantage remains invisible. Familiar competitor with a clearer message may win. This is why internal facts and customer perceptions aren't always the same. Leaders may care about engineering details, process improvements, or feature lists. Customers may care about whether the product feels safer, faster, simpler, more reliable, or easier to buy. The company must understand the customer's view rather than assuming its internal view will automatically become the market's view. Focused brands often become connected with one simple idea. That idea might be speed, safety, simplicity, value, expertise, convenience, trust. Narrower and more credible the position, the easier it becomes for customers to remember why the brand matters. This doesn't mean the company can deliver only one benefit. Business may be strong in many areas, but its marketing should make the main reason to choose it obvious. Company becomes harder to remember when it tries to stand for everything at once. The fastest, the cheapest, most advanced, most personal, most complete. When every benefit receives equal attention, none may become memorable. Focus requires a decision. What is the most valuable idea this brand can credibly own? That last word matters. The position must be supported by the business. A company can't own speed if deliveries are consistently late. Can't own simplicity if customers need 3 calls to complete a purchase. It can't own personal service if every interaction feels automated and difficult. Marketing can introduce a position, operations must prove it. The book also argues that strategy should reflect the company's actual place in the market. A leader, a challenger, and a smaller specialist shouldn't behave the same way. A market leader may need to defend and expand the category. It may benefit from educating more customers about why the category matters. Challenger may need a clear contrast. It can position itself against the leader by offering a different benefit, identity, or way of buying. Smaller company may be better served by narrowing its market rather than imitating a larger competitor. This is an important lesson because businesses often copy the market leader's language and tactics. The leader's strategy works partly because it already holds the leading position. Smaller competitor may need to be more focused, more distinct, or more specialized. Good marketing begins by accepting the current position honestly, and it chooses the smartest move from there. Another major idea is that expansion can weaken a successful brand. When a product becomes successful, companies often want to use the trusted name across more products, audiences, and price levels. Logic sounds reasonable. Customers recognize the name. The company already has distribution. New offer may create additional revenue, but each extension can make the original position less clear. Brand known for one strong idea may become connected with several weaker ideas. The company may gain short-term sales while losing the focus that made it valuable. This doesn't mean every brand extension is a mistake. It means leaders should examine whether the new offer strengthens the brand's position or simply borrows its name. Expansion should be treated as a strategic decision, not an automatic reward for success. Focus also requires sacrifice. A company must decide what it won't offer, which customers are outside the target, which features don't support the position, which markets will the company avoid, which price points would weaken the brand. Those decisions can feel uncomfortable because they appear to limit opportunity, but trying to serve everyone often prevents a company from becoming the clear choice for anyone. So how do you apply these ideas? Start by identifying the category customers place your business in. Don't rely only on the language used inside the company. Ask customers what type of business they think you are. Ask which alternatives they considered before choosing you. Ask how they would describe you to someone else. Their answers will reveal the category and position you currently hold, which may be different from the one leadership intended. Next, decide whether you can realistically lead that category. If the market already has a powerful leader, look for a narrower category you can own. You might specialize by industry, customer size, region, delivery model, use case, or level of service. Narrower position should still represent a market large enough to support the business. Focus doesn't mean choosing a category with no demand. It means selecting a useful space where the company can become more relevant than broader competitors. Find the one idea you want customers to connect with your brand. Choose something valuable, easy to understand, and supported by how the company operates. And review your current marketing for competing claims. Look at the website, sales deck, advertisements, proposals, and employee scripts. If different materials describe the company in completely different ways, the market is receiving a weak and inconsistent signal. Choose the strongest position and remove language that distracts from it. Study the position held by each major competitor. Look at the words they repeat, the customers they target, the prices they charge, the channels they use, and the strengths customers mention. The goal isn't to copy them, it's to understand which positions are already occupied and where a useful opening may exist. Look for contrast. If the leader is broad, you may become specialized. If the leader is complex, you may become simpler. If the leader competes on low price, you may focus on service, expertise, or reduced risk. The contrast must matter to customers. Being different is useful only when the difference helps someone make a better choice. Make your position easy for employees to explain. Anyone who speaks with customers should be able to state why the company is the right choice for a defined buyer in one clear sentence. If the explanation takes several minutes, the position probably needs more work. Choose what the business will not offer. Decide which customers, services, features, markets, and price points don't support the position you want to build. This protects the brand from becoming broad and confusing. View proposed brand extensions carefully. Ask whether the new product strengthens the core idea or makes the company harder to understand. New offer may still be worth pursuing, but it may need a separate brand or a distinct position. Avoid changing the central message every time one campaign underperforms. Positioning requires repetition. Customers need to encounter the same useful idea many times before they connect it with the brand. Keep the central position consistent while testing offers, channels, creative work, and supporting language around it. Use honest weaknesses to strengthen credibility. If a limitation is obvious, acknowledge it and explain the benefit connected to it. Smaller company may lack the scale of a large competitor, but provide more attention or specialist knowledge. Premium product may cost more, but reduce risk or save time. Credibility increases when the marketing sounds honest rather than perfect. Separate short-term attention from lasting demand. Successful campaign may create a temporary sales increase. Durable growth comes from a position customers continue to value. Track repeat purchases, referrals, retention, and the reasons customers choose the company. Those signals reveal whether the brand is becoming stronger or merely receiving more exposure. Finally, support the position with real resources. Strong idea still requires product quality, distribution, sales, customer service, and consistent communication. Marketing can't create a durable position the company is unable to deliver. The brand promise must become an operating standard. Now, here are 3 insights worth sharing. First, the market doesn't reward every company with the best product. It rewards brands that make their value easy to understand, remember, and repeat. Second, a company becomes harder to choose when it tries to stand for everything. Strong positioning begins with deciding which valuable idea the brand is willing to own. Third, market leaders, challengers, and specialists need different strategies. Good marketing starts by accepting your position, then improving it. Today's closing sponsor is memoirghostwriting.com. Many of the best business books start as ideas leaders have been refining for years. Memoirghostwriting.com works with founders, executives, and industry experts to turn those ideas into polished business books that build authority, attract leads, and open doors. They handle everything from interviews to writing, to editing to publishing. If there's a book in your head that should already be helping your business, learn more at memoirghostwriting.com. That's it for today. See you next time.